in Dayton is using her passion for photography to help recovering addicts.
Miranda McRoy specializes in birth photography, but was inspired by her dad to start taking before and after photos of people in recovery.
And our Chattanooga's Meg Doyle was able to attend a photo session and speak with participants about powerful messages these photos convey. Good morning, Meg.
Good morning, Dane and Hannah. Right here is Brian Cox, Miranda's father. He is 9 years sober this month, and as you can see, he is holding a photo of himself when he was in active addiction. But today, he says this picture is a representation of how far he's come, and he wants others struggling with addiction to know that there is hope. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Well, they turned out good. Here's this one.
But if these pictures could talk, Miranda McRoy says they would have a different kind of story to tell.
It was basically a transformation of whenever the person's in active addiction compared to what they look like now.
Inspired by her dad, Miranda takes portraits of people in addiction recovery.
Drug addiction, alcoholism, and both sides of my family. And I grew up, around it a lot. And my dad, he's been sober for almost 9 years this month.
Miranda's dad, Brian Cox, says holding this photo of what he looked like when he was in active addiction is a huge reminder of why he continues the battle to stay sober.
This is a way to come out and be okay with, being where you were at. Because people think that they have to hide from it, and they don't. You should be proud of where you're at.
Andrew Thornton has been sober for 26 months.
I felt like I didn't, I'd gone too far. There's no way I can live a life where I'm okay, and to have reasonable peace in my life, but, it is possible.
He says this picture is a reminder for others that there is hope.
I wish I could just go in that picture and just shake him and be like, dude, what are you doing? You are worth something, God loves you, you're forgiven. You don't have to keep going down that hole.
Andrew and Brian met at Celebrate Recovery at New Union Baptist Church in Dayton.
Anonymity is a foundation in our recovery. So when people come, they don't have to worry about people going out here and telling them who they are, that they were there, or anything like that.
But when people are ready to look back at where they came from, there's Miranda.
For the people that are in recovery, and they get this picture taken, maybe one day they're struggling, and it's just hopeful for them to look back at this picture so that in hopes they don't go back out.
And Miranda does photography in Dayton and the surrounding areas, including here in Chattanooga. To find more information on how to book with her, you can go to our website at newschannel9.com.
Incredibly powerful to see the before and after. And like Brian, Miranda's father, said, it was one of these things where you're proud to see the accomplishment and a reminder every day that there's hope and that you've worked so hard to accomplish what you've done.
Absolutely. I think so often with recovering addicts, they want to hide their past. And this is a way to be like, no, I was in a dark place, but I pulled myself out of that, and look how far I've come. It truly is just so powerful just to see that right there. And, hopeful for anyone else who's struggling with addiction to be able to see that and know that they can do that too.
Mm-hmm. It is inspiring. I've seen stories like this more and more. Actually, just yesterday, I was on TikTok, and there was a man that was documenting his recovery process from heroin, I believe it was, and every day he would, say 5 days off heroin, 10 days off heroin, and he kept going, and it was months and months. I think he's up to 8 months now off heroin. So
incredible.
It's cool in the world that we live in now that we're able to document this and see the progression. And again, Meg, like you said, it's inspiring. I mean, I was reading the comments of this story, the comments of that TikTok I saw, people saying that, hey, I don't even know you, and go you. That is amazing.
Cheering each other on.
And for people who may also be struggling with addiction, another source of inspiration to say, hey, this could be you.
For sure. And another thing is, when you are in active recovery, every day's a battle. Not every day's as easy as the next day. So having this picture is a reminder of why they decided to become sober and why they're continuing on that sober journey. So it's just a constant reminder of how far they've come, and a beautiful thing that Miranda's doing. And it's so sweet that, you know, her dad inspired her. Her dad was just talking about how proud of her that he is, and it was an awesome day.
An amazing photographer that helps those recovering addicts not be ashamed of the journey that they've been on.
Absolutely.
Let's hand